You cannot fulfill purpose in your comfort zone. We must be able to move from our comfort zone to be able to fulfill the God-given purpose in our life. You said the interesting thing about the mind of humanity is it works the same way as our body. In your body, when a sickness is trying to come in, there's something called the immune system will fight against that disease, that virus, and if it's strong enough, it will be able to overpower it. And so the mind of man also works in similar ways. That anything that brings discomfort, anything that is unknown, the mind is like the immune system that will fight the unknown, that will fight anything that will cause pain, anything that might cause or might want to bring failure as well. And so that by default, the mindset of humanity defend a person. That's why a lot of times we find ourselves in our comfort zone, but nothing great comes out of being in the comfort zone. So we have example of Father Abraham. God called him out of his father's house and also his father's nation to go into a land that the Lord will show unto him. This was where he fulfilled the plan and purpose of God for his life. We have the same thing for Jacob as well. He could not fulfill his purpose in his father's tent, even though he had to toil in the house of Laban, but he moved from the known, from his comfort zone into the place of discomfort, but he found fulfillment of God's purpose for his life there. People like Joseph as well, God had to push him out of his father's tent. For as long as he was in his father's house, in his father's tent, the father was pampering him. The father gave him coat of many colors. He became the envy of his brothers, and God needed to send this man to Egypt. And so God made it so that while his brothers, they plotted to kill him, God said, no, I found a way to actually send him to Egypt. That Judah also temporarily left his brothers. He went to live in a place, and during this time he had trials and tribulations of his life. He lost two of his sons, and he learned so many things here. Moses left the palace, he found himself in the wilderness, he left his comfort zone, and this man was used by God for you to fulfill your God-given purpose. You can't fulfill it if you're still in your comfort zone. Get out of that comfort zone if the Lord is leading you to switch career, to definitely work on yourself. It might be in terms of anything. We need to expand ourselves. We need to break out of this comfort zone. For comfort zone is not there to help. It might look like it's shielding you from failure, but it's preventing you from the blessings. For as long as a chicken is still in the shell, it's kind of protected from maybe eagles, it's protected from animals that might come to eat it, but it's not really living until it hatches itself, and that is when it's really starts to live. For as long as the baby is still in the womb, that baby has not started living, even though that baby will be prevented from probably tripping or playing with dirt, but that baby is not yet living. Until that baby is born, we need to leave our comfort zone into territories that the Lord has sent us, so that we'll be able to fulfill the plan and the purpose of God for our lives. I hope you've been blessed by this. God bless you. Bye.